Okay, so now, well, today we're going to label the different parts of a circle. See, this time I didn't color it with trace it with a Sharpie, because I'm actually going to show with brown color. I have these all pre-planned out in colors, so I don't use the same color twice. So I'm going to show you. So let's just jump right in. So kind of estimate about where this is, so you can see it a little bit better. I'm actually going to do this one later, but I figure if I trace it with a Sharpie, you're not going to be able to see it as well. Awkward silence. Right, good enough. Doesn't have to be perfect, it's just to show a point. So this is circumference. You already know this, probably. I would hope you would know this, if you're getting into all this stuff, you know? If you don't know circumference, then you should go back and learn that first, because otherwise nothing else is probably going to make sense. Just talking in terms of as if this were like a YouTube video or something. I'm going to actually mark the center, so just do it in the same color. So yeah, so here's our circle. This is the convenient time where this pokes a hole, because then you can find the middle. So first of all, we're going to find the radius. So the radius is just the distance between the center point and the circumference of the circle. So I actually remember to leave room this time. So that is the radius. There we go. So now, similar to the radius, this is twice the length of the radius. This is the distance between, well, if you trace a line from this edge of the circumference to this edge while passing through the center, that is the diameter. It's twice the length of the radius. Probably heard that. But stop making that noise. Seriously. That's the diameter. Sorry, it's not capitalized like the rest of them, but kind of forgot. So yeah, so now we have the diameter. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to show a chord. So a chord is kind of like the diameter, but it doesn't pass through the center. It kind of passes. I'm trying to use similar points here so I don't have to make such a mess. So this is like sort of like a line segment. So it's not like, so it's like the diameter, how it only goes from here to here. It's not a line, it's a line segment. So you have basically like the diameter, but in a separate part of the circle. Like it's not passing through the center, so. Oh, right, I have to write it over here. There we go. And we have the chord. Okay, the next two things are actually they're similar, but there's a reason why they're different. So first of all, we have a secant, which is kind of like a chord, except for it keeps going. So, trying to prevent it from making that sound, and yet I'm making it worse. So this is a line that continues on forever, in both directions. See the different, and then, well, actually I'm going to show a tangent first, which is the next one. So a tangent is basically, it's similar to this in a way. Basically a tangent is where you have a line basically on the edge, so as shown in the, oops, and I don't know how I just broke this, that's really thick. Alrighty then, apparently I can break these, which I did not expect. Sorry. So that's a tangent. Oops, I forgot to label these both. Okay. So the difference between these two, because I explained the difference between diameter and chord, but so basically you have 1 point for the tangent and 2 points for the secant. So it's just for a secant, the line passes through 2 points and the tangent passes through 1 point. And with the difference between diameter and chords, as I was saying, it's just it doesn't pass through the middle. It's not the same. It's not 2 times the diameter. It's just that line. It's just another length. Another length. Sorry, can't talk today apparently. So I'm gonna mark these as points because I kind of use them a little bit more. I'll just mark all the points. Good enough. Alright. Well, I already marked the circumference, which was next on my list, but so the next one, these are probably the last two. So now we have, first of all, we have a major arc. So I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see that because it kind of blends with the circumference color, but I'll just go around the outside because I already colored it. But technically this should be on the circumference, but it should be like directly on the circle, but I already marked it. You know what I mean. So I'm gonna just say here, and there's an imaginary point. Well, actually there's a point here, so that's kind of funny. That wasn't intentional, but yeah, that works. So basically, this is a major arc. That's a major arc because major arc is, let's see which, more than 180 degrees. It sort of fits. So then we have, last but not least, a minor arc, which is, like you'd expect, less than 180 degrees. So that is, I'll just make a circle around here to show. This is less than 180 degrees, so that's a minor arc. So there you go. Actually, I think there's one more thing. Let me check real quick. No, never mind. Sorry, I thought there was something else. Well, there is, but I haven't gone over it very much yet, so I'm not really ready to show it. So, plus I don't think there's really any more room. I kind of used up all the space here, so yeah. Hope this worked.